Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Katie Weaver Show. This is Katie. I'm your host. I'm so happy to be here. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. If you are listening live or if you're listening to an archive, I'd like to also welcome you. If you're listening live, it is just about 11 a.m. Pacific time on the 27th of February. And here we are. So happy full moon ish. Was it happy? How was it for you? Felt a little aggressive where I stood, but we can talk about it. But I do want to welcome you to the show. I want to let you know that we're over in the chat room. You can find that by heading over to 12radio.com. That's number radio.com. And you can, if you click on the chat button, you'll be redirected into the Facebook chat. You'll see my banner there at the top of the page where other people are chatting, and you can contribute to the conversation. Later in the show, I will have time for some readings, so you are welcome to ask for one there. And hi to Sherry and Jessica and everyone else that's filing in. Sherry, I'm glad you got to stay home and be with us today. Oh, let's see. There's always the housekeeping pieces. I think we got there. I kind of started in the wrong order, and now I can't remember if I think we got it all. It's probably fine. So I am curious to know, how did that full moon sit for you guys? One thing I heard from a lot of my clients is that the world just felt a little bit meaner, and that they weren't fans. We are going to open up with a meditation, but I'm going to wait a couple of minutes here so that people can file in. Sid said I felt really riled up on Saturday doing errands. I had gotten a message from Christy that she had it out with both the staff at the craft store over, I'm not sure over there, and the staff at her pharmacy, and was just burnt up about all of it. But actually, in hindsight, and maybe this has happened where you guys live, I guess there's been a big breach of a national company that does billing for pharmacies. They had some kind of a um, like security breach, as it were. And because of that, apparently they at that time could not bill for insurance. And so if you wanted to pick up your prescription, you were going to have to pick it up. You're going to have to pay for it out of pocket. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if I had to pay for my prescriptions out of pocket, I would be unable to, some of them, because of the cost. And I understand the pharmacy needing to cover their ass as well. I mean, I do, except for the, what are people supposed to do? So in her case, I have a nephew that is severely mentally ill and absolutely has to have his medication and have it on time. Like, there's no question here. It has to happen. And they were just more than happy to just say, well, yeah, sorry about it. Don't know what to tell you. And just let them be without. And as you can imagine, that's definitely not going to fly. So clearly, what she did is move to a different pharmacy, and we'll never be back to that one. But I'm still kind of dumbfounded that that even happened. Like, is that I'm amazed. The reason I'm amazed that that happened to them, partly because seriously, people that are seriously ill can't just be without their medication. That's so serious and it seems so unethical. But like in my nephew's case, it could be like catastrophic for his mental health. It could mean a hospitalization. It could mean having to lose time out of his life in order to attend to that. Like, I'm shocked. I'm truly shocked. Anyway, that's all. So she got sideways with the pharmacy, but I honestly, can you really blame her when you hear that? I don't know. Maybe you can. But I have to say that something very exciting has happened at my house. My crows are back. Well, my crow. If you remember last year, one of my crows died in my backyard, and we're still on the fence about what happened to her. I woke up one morning and her body was on the patio, and we, at the time, Lou, our old corgi, who passed this winter, uh, was in the backyard with her, and so I'd kind of blamed him. Scott felt like it wasn't Lou's fault, partly because Lou was 1,000 years old and probably couldn't have caught a crow, but also there was nothing injured on her body. And so he felt like she probably passed naturally and fell, and he picked her up and carried her onto the patio to show me. But either way, we were down to just Daddy Crow. And they didn't have a baby last year. Or if they did, I couldn't decide if they had a baby. There was another couple little crows hanging around a little bit, but not my main ones. But at any rate, there is so he's back. On Saturday I was down in the glass room doing some work and I could hear a crow screaming out the window. So I went upstairs and looked out the window, and sure enough, he was up in the pine trees hollering. So I took food out, of course, and blew my crow call, and he immediately came right in and ate, as did a bunch of magpies and a neighbor cat. And uh, yeah, and he's back. So unfortunately for him, he probably was fairly pissed off this morning. This was the day he came back. I put some pictures in both chats. And as you can see, our snow was almost gone. And then it really was almost gone yesterday because we've had a bunch of wind and some rain that really knocked the snow down. So here he was. And then this morning we woke up to this. And I looked out the window and he was in the bird feeder, pecking around in the dish, trying to find anything in the snow. So, of course, I went out there and dumped it out and put some fresh snow or food in there for him. Yeah. So I hope he finds a new mate. Crows do normally mate for life, but I think if a mate has deceased, that they might pick up a new mate. I hope he does. He's been right up in his nest. Maybe he's the she. I don't know. I think he's the he, but what do I know? But he's been all up in their nest and hanging out. So hopefully there's a crow partner coming. It breaks my heart a lot that that happened. I cried so much that day. I was just heartbroken. Probably why Scott's insisting it wasn't our fault. But it really freaking broke me. It was awful. But anyway, they're back. He's back, and I'm so excited. So, very, very good. Yeah. Okay. Well, I wanted to start with a meditation. So, I think we'll go ahead and go there now so that we can get into some of the other things here in the show. This is a manifesting meditation. And I think it's one that you guys can really get some benefit out of. I hope that you can. So I'm going to go ahead and cue that up and get out of the way. Find a quiet and comfortable space where you can relax without any distractions. Sit or lie down in a comfortable position, allowing your body to sink into relaxation. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, inhaling deeply through your nose and exhaling slowly through your mouth. With each breath, release any tension or stress you may be holding on to, allowing yourself to enter a state of deep relaxation. Now, bring your attention to your heart center, the seat of your emotions and desires. Visualize a warm golden light at the center of your chest, radiating outwards in all directions. This light represents your inner power and connection to the universe. As you continue to breathe deeply, feel this golden light expanding with each breath, filling your entire body with warmth and vitality. Allow yourself to bask in the glow of this light, feeling a sense of gratitude and abundance flowing through you. Now, imagine a stream of positive energy flowing towards you from the universe, carrying with it all the luck and abundance you desire. Visualize this energy as a shimmering waterfall of light, raining down upon you in a cascade of blessings. With each breath, feel yourself becoming more open and receptive to this abundance, allowing it to flow effortlessly into your life, releasing any doubts or fears you may have about attracting luck and abundance, knowing that you are worthy and deserving of all of the good things life has to offer. Now, take a moment to visualize your deepest desires and goals as if they have already been accomplished. See yourself living the life of your dreams, surrounded by love, joy, and prosperity. Feel the excitement and gratitude bubbling up within you as you imagine all of the wonderful things that are coming your way. As you continue to breathe deeply, affirm to yourself, I am a magnet for luck and abundance. I attract prosperity and success into my life with ease. Every day, in every way, I am becoming more and more abundant. Repeat this affirmation silently or out loud, allowing the words to sink into your subconscious mind. Feel the energy of these words resonating within you, reinforcing your belief in your own ability to manifest luck and abundance. I am a magnet for luck and abundance. I attract prosperity and success into my life with ease. Every day, in every way, I am becoming more and more abundant. Now, take a moment to express gratitude for all of the blessings in your life, both big and small. Feel a sense of appreciation for the abundance that surrounds you, knowing that the more you express gratitude, the more blessings you will attract into your life. I am a magnet for luck and abundance. I attract prosperity and success into my life with ease. Every day, in every way, I am becoming more and more abundant. Take a few more deep breaths, savoring the feeling of peace and contentment that fills your heart. When you are ready, slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your physical body, wiggling your fingers and toes and gently opening your eyes. Carry this sense of abundance and gratitude with you throughout your day, knowing that you are a powerful creator, capable of attracting all of the luck and abundance you desire. Trust in the universe and watch as miracles unfold in your life. I am a magnet for luck and abundance. I attract prosperity and success into my life with ease. Every day, in every way, I am becoming more and more abundant. Okay, deep breath, big stretch, and there we are. Alrighty. And of course, that meditation and all of my meditations can be found over on YouTube. That is at on Planet Meditation on YouTube. But I'll put a link in the chat room in case you would like it. I also posted, and it's in Luminous too, I'll show you, but I posted a brand new meditation for chakra balancing. I don't know if we'll ever do it on this show because it's pretty long. I mean, that one that we just did was 10 minutes, which I think is probably pushing it. But but it's such a good one. We need it. So, I don't know, but there is a good chakra balancing there anytime you need it. It's about 16 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Well, I wanted to move on to Luminous, so we can do that now. So, I'm putting a link in the chat rooms. And if you subscribe to Luminous, then you already received it a little earlier this morning. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. Hey, Suzanne, nice to see you too. Okay, well, the cover is indicative of the episode, or the episode. This is the episode, the edition. It is leap year. And Thursday is leap day. So we're going to talk about it quite a bit. So obviously, I called the magazine this week the Take the Leap edition because it is leap week in leap year, nearing leap day. So I'm excited because that's a really unique, interesting meditation, or not meditation, an interesting manifesting day, an interesting magical day. So we're going to get into why and things you can do with it, but we don't get this opportunity very often. So we got to get into it. Okay. So my musings were an article about this day. So, of course, every 4 years, the calendar gives us leap day, the 29th of February. Occasionally, you'll come across somebody who has that as their birthday. Hey, Quelly, thank you so much. Thank you, Sid. Uh, yeah, do you know any leap day babies? I did in high school, but I don't know anyone now. But it's always an interesting situation to have a leap year birthday. So, this is an interesting, very interesting day for metaphysical and spiritual significance. So we'll talk about it. So, in various traditions, this was a rare and special day, obviously, in lots of different calendars. A leap beyond ordinary boundaries of time and space. This is a special, special day. The numerological significance assigns profound meanings to each numeral. In this context, the number 4 representing stability and foundation holds sway over the leap year cycle. But add a day into leap year, we have the number 29, which is a prime number associated with intuition, spirituality, and profound insights. We'll take it. Astrologically, because this is staged outside of the progression of the calendar, it's a cosmic wildcard day. How do you like that? Better do with it what you want, right? It's a time when the universe invites us to break free from routine and embrace the unknown with courage and openness. Some spiritual practices. Leap years have inspired a lot of different spiritual practices and rituals. So, from meditation retreats to ceremonial gatherings, people wishing to attune themselves to the subtle currents of the universe, harnessing the leap year's transformative power and potential. So, here's the thing with leap year: on leap day, you really want that day to be the kind of day you would like to see for the next 4 years. Now, look, what if you get sick? Well, it doesn't mean you're going to be sick for 4 years. What if, other things out of your control happen? Well, that doesn't have to set the stage for how things are going to be for the next 4 years. But what about some intentional things? What about things that you do specifically to set the stage? On that day, I would laugh a lot. I would do some manifesting. I have some other ideas for you, but think about how you want to spend a day that could mirror back the next 4 years to you. You want to make it auspicious, right? Be a good day. Okay, here are some magical ways to celebrate Leap Day. Leap of Faith ritual. Take a leap of faith by writing down your dreams, desires, and intentions on a piece of paper. Then ceremoniously leap over a small bonfire or step over a candle. Don't burn yourself or light your house on fire, please. I don't see myself leaping over a bonfire, but stepping over the fire symbolizes your commitment to manifesting your aspirations. A leap year altar. Create a special altar dedicated to the energies of leap year. Decorate it with symbols of growth, transformation, and intuition, such as crystals, candles, feathers, and plants. A leap year meditation. And I will release a leap year meditation that morning, so you can watch for that. Practice a meditation focused on embracing the energy of the leap year. Visualize yourself leaping over obstacles and limitations, emerging on the other side with newfound clarity, strength, and courage. Leap year divination. Use divination tools such as tarot, runes, or scrying to gain insights into the energies of the leap year and what it holds in store for you. Reflect on any messages or symbols that resonate deeply within your soul. A leap year vision board. I particularly like this one. You don't have to take a really long time on this. It could even be a digital one if you wanted to, but a little vision board that just lays out your main goals for the next 4-year cycle is an amazing idea. Leap year dance ritual. This is something that your ancestors maybe did. This is something that has been done. Maybe you will do it. Maybe you will not. But dance under the light of the moon, and we're still, we still have a pretty good moon going on, or the stars, allowing the rhythm of music to guide your movements. Leap and twirl. Imagine yourself shedding old patterns and stepping into a new, vibrant version of yourself. I mean, I could see myself doing that in the living room with a chihuahua that has had enough of my shit. but but some of you guys are dancers. Maybe you'll do more of that. Leap year spell casting. Craft a personalized spell or incantation. I'm going to help you with that, so hang on. To harness the magical energies of leap year. Focus your intention on what you wish to manifest and speak your spell with clarity and conviction, knowing the universe is listening. A nature walk. Some of you live where you could do that right now, some of you don't. I could have yesterday. Thursday, probably not happening. Take a leisurely stroll through nature, paying close attention to the signs and synchronicities that present themselves along the way. Allow yourself to connect with the earth's natural rhythms and receive guidance from the plants, animals, and elements. A leap year tarot reading. Perform a tarot reading specifically tailored to the energies of the leap year. Ask the cards what lessons you need to learn, what opportunities are available to you, and how you can best navigate the twists and turns of the year ahead. A leap year gratitude ritual. Take a moment to express gratitude for the blessings in your life, both big and small. Write down everything you're grateful for on separate pieces of paper, then ceremoniously leap into a body of water. Again, this is something that has been done in the past. I don't really think you'll do that. However, you could tear yours into tiny pieces and toss them into a body of water, and that would be good enough. Leap year fire ceremony. Gather with friends or loved ones around a bonfire and take turns sharing your hopes and dreams. Write them down on slips of paper and toss them into the flames. You could also speak these things into pine cones and throw them into the fire. You could even do just a candle or a burning bowl ceremony in your house. Again, be careful, don't get burned or, you know, burn your house down. I would very much like it if you did not do that. Leap year moon bathing. Well, our moon is not full on leap day, but it is about half full. So you could bask in the moon and visualize the moon's rays infusing you with clarity, intuition, and inspiration. Would be very fun to have a leap day with a full moon. Or would it? Maybe we'd all have to duck and cover. I don't know. At any rate, leap day it's a fun and interesting day to consider what we could do during this time and do the right thing for you. If you look back over the last 4 years, you can really see uh, potentially you can see some patterns. Maybe you can see some things that you have really liked and some things you have really not liked, some things you want to do again, or some things you would like to never, ever, ever do again. Both are okay. But at any rate, that's those are some thoughts for leap day, and I'm not done yet, so hang in here with me. All right, for the tip of the week, and you might have noticed in Luminous that we are missing bitch scopes. Kelly's taking a break from scopes for a little while to refresh, reform. You know, sometimes what you're doing gets to be boring and not what you want to do anymore. And so she's taking a break. So, of course, she'll be back at Luminous whenever she's ready. But until then, we'll just keep cheering her on from afar and just know that she'll be back. She's just doing her thing right now. I think we call it self care. So, my thought was that maybe you make a leap year jar, a spell jar for abundance. I thought this would be a great way actually. I really like the vision board too, but I think that doing a spell jar is really compelling because you could make your spell jar and then, of course, have that to celebrate and to just remember and to continue to manifest for the next 4 years. So, we'll talk a little bit about that and how to do it. Renee said she's working on Leap Day and it is her last day. She retires on March 1st. Renee, congratulations. That is so exciting. Good on you. Okay, let's make a spell jar. So you're going to start with a small jar. I like these little jars that kind of look like a jelly jar, but you could use any small jar that you've got. This one came from a craft store, but you could also just recycle and use a little pimento jar or jam jar, or, something else that you have. Or pick up a jar if you need to. No shame in that either. So you always start with a candle. You light a candle and then put your jar over top of the candle so that the flame gets snuffed out. And then the smoke from that candle will clear out your jar. Really easy way to just clear the jar as you're getting ready to do your spell jar. So then you want crystals for abundance. So think about amethyst for intuition, citrine for abundance, and clear quartz for an amplification. And if there's anything else that you want to add to this jar for leap year, you could add any other crystals and assign meaning to them as well. So that would be up to you. Don't ever think that when I teach you how to do something that you have to do it exactly like that because you do not. This is not church. The rules are not hard and fast. You are in charge, not me. Select your herbs, spices, and rice. So, recommending lavender for clarity, rosemary for protection and as an amplifier, and chamomile for abundance. You could also use mint for abundance if that's easier for you to get. Either way is fine. Even if you have mint tea, just tear open a mint tea bag, and that would be your mint. And then you need a binder for the jar. So you need rice or flour to bind all of your ingredients together in the jar. Then write out your intention. So get a small piece of paper and write out whatever it is that you want to manifest for the next 4 years. So think big and small, right? Big goals, small goals, everything in between can all go onto that paper or multiple papers if you'd like to. You could even break that up into relationship goals, financial goals, uh, house goals, or whatever you want, right? Spiritual goals, progression goals, do what you want. Then you assemble your jar. So now your jar is clear. You've got all of your pieces ready. So take each part, and as it goes in the jar, you want to take a little bit of time to contemplate, thank each item as it goes into the jar. Think about what its job is, what it's going to do. Before you start putting all of your pieces in, do put some rice in the bottom or flour if that's what you're using. I'll tell you right now, some people do use flour, but I like rice better because flour dusts everything, it coats everything. This jar, I can turn this jar, I can twist this jar, I can have essentially a pretty good look at everything that's in it, right? But if you put flour in there, you may not. It might kind of ruin the aesthetic. So personally, I like rice, but I know a lot of people do use flour. So I always include that as an option, but I think rice is where it's at. You might also at this stage decide to add a little bit of money. Money is an interesting thing to put in a manifesting jar. I've got two here, and one of them does have some cash in it. A little bit of cash, and I don't mean go put $100 bill in here unless you have it and you want to, but mine had a dollar, you know. You don't have to put a lot of money, but like attracts like. So if you want to put a little money in it to help continue to attract money, great. If you want to put a heart or a charm of some sort that symbolizes love, if that's something you're working on, great. If there's any other kind of effigy or a little charm that you want to put in here that means something to you, do that. Again, this is yours, so do it however you choose to. Once everything is in the jar, you want to seal it with your wax. So light your candle up, be super careful. When you tip the candle up upside down, the flame will start melting the wax and you just move all the way around the outside of your jar, just sealing it. You can see how that one is sealed in red. This one is sealed in white because you're not opening this jar again. Maybe someday you will. Maybe someday you'll decide that you're ready to do a new jar. And when you do, or if you do, you can open up your jar, sift out the things that you want. Maybe you want to save the crystals. Maybe you want to take the money back out. Take the things that you do want, and you can clear those and then reuse them. The pieces that you don't, like the herbs and the rice and stuff, that stuff should just be thrown away. You do not want to put raw rice outside that's uncooked because it will kill little animals that eat it. Birds, other little critters. When they drink water, that rice has the potential of expanding in their bellies and killing them. So don't don't do that. Just put it in the trash. So that's how you do it. How do you activate a spell jar? Well, a couple of ways. One is to just leave it out into in the moon. It doesn't have to be full, but in the moonlight to just charge it up. Another way, of course, is to just speak into it or hold it in your heart and fill it up with light. So you decide whatever feels right. And then you've got your jar. You can put this in, on an altar. You can put it, mine are just on my desk. I just keep mine where I'm going to see them. And occasionally I pick them up and I speak into them, or I might use a singing bowl over them to really activate everything that I put in the jar. But that's how I do it. So I don't think there's a wrong answer, but yeah, that's how you do it. Thanks, Jess. Me too. I think spell charts are super fun and smart because then you just have them. There's something you made. They're cool. They're interesting to look at, and they have a purpose that just continues to do what it does, and they're contained. I think for everybody who has cats who get into their shit, knock your crystals on the floor and vandalize your altar and stuff, little jars like this are so smart because they really can't. Unless they manage to get it on the floor, of course, but oh, Sid said, I think flour would get moldy pretty fast in warm temps and get messy on the goodies inside. I'm going with rice. That's a really good point. I live in like the driest place ever. So I never think about humidity, but you're right. That would definitely be an issue in more humid places. Yeah. You could use something else too. Like you could use quinoa or bulgur or barley or something like that. You could use another grain if you wanted to. The point is really to just fill up the jar to bind everything together. And just the stuff that you put in it won't be enough unless you really go wild, but likely not. So that's how you do a spell jar, and that's how you would do a leap year spell jar for manifesting for the next 4 years. Let's make it great, like really great. Yeah. Okay. Our energy exercise from Christy is the divine spark. Might need a little bit of that. Some of you guys had a pretty dang good full moon hangover Sunday and Monday both. Always more crime over at True Crime Squad. That never goes away. You guys, I did a story this week about a guy who smuggled 3 big not big, but 3, constrictors, 3, not boa constrictors, but, in the same family as boas, pythons, sorry, 3 pythons from Canada into New York in snake bags that were tied into his pants. He had snakes in his pants! Snakes in his pants. Wha what the what? What in the why? Well, I know why. Because you can't buy those in the US anymore. They are restricted because some states, particularly Florida, are having a hell of a time with them. Because people get these snakes and they get so big that they can't afford to feed them anymore. And so they just let them loose, like in the Everglades and stuff. And now in the state of Florida, the game and fish are paying people to capture and kill these snakes. And it's kind of awful. And they're dangerous. Anyway, they're not venomous, but they have a terrible bite. And they can, like, when they get big enough, they can eat your dogs and cats. I mean, it's that bad. Deer, little deer, stuff like that. I know, horrifying. But this guy had him in his pants. They weren't that big. Well, I joked on the show last night that, you know, rumor has it they were about 4 inches long, but he told everyone they were 8 inches long. I know. I'm not that funny. I just think I am. Uh, they also, this gives a whole new meaning to the term trouser snake, snake trouser. Well, anyway, okay, I'll stop. Anyway, how wild, right? People will do anything. And he paid 2,500 bucks for them in Canada. All right. Oh no. Really? We have a troll. Okay, Martinez, Shamalaya, Crystal. I doubt you're actually listening, but if you are, boo on you. Get out of my chat. Okay, they are blocked. Sorry about that, you guys. This never happens on YouTube. It is always on Facebook. Okay, blocked and deleted. Rude, rude, rude. All right. Anita brings us Archangel Metatron. I thought Metatron would be a good one for a leap year because he helps to lift spirits, banish negative energies, and basically bring you the healing that you need when you need it. So, do read Anita's blurb about Archangel Metatron and learn how to connect with him. Jamie did not have a new video this week, but in case you didn't watch hers last week, this would still be useful, I think. Over at Planet Meditation, of course, we have the meditation we did today. There is this one with the flowers and the candle. That is a chakra balancing that is a guided. Not all of my meditations are guided. In fact, most of them aren't. There's a reason for that. Partly just the workload. Partly because some people do really well with guided meditation. Other people don't like guided meditation. They just want the music, the ambiance, and the idea, and they want to just go through that and do the work themselves. So I do some of both. I do some solfeggio tones. I do some binaural beats. Try to get and I do some that are really long, like an hour, and some that are 10 or 15 minutes, and everything in between. Just trying to hit on every genre, or all of the likes and dislikes as far as meditating is concerned, which is not all by any stretch of the imagination, but it is some. So there's a joyful heart meditation and a solfeggio flow meditation for embracing the natural flow. So, but these are just four of over 100, about 130 meditations over there now. So you can hopefully find something over there that gives you what you need. And that is it. That is Luminous for the week. So hopefully you found something in there that helps you out. Yeah, I'm going to jump in the other chat room here quick. Renee, I am so excited for you that you're retiring. Are you excited? And also, what are you going to do with your time? I know this question, right? Because after you're retired for a hot minute, you're gonna be like, "How did I have time to work?" You won't know. Oh, Renee loved the crow banner on my YouTube. Thank you. Thank you. You know, it's the season of the crow now. All righty. Maureen said, full moon gave way to weird dreams. Ooh, me too. I had a dream that one of my little dogs got hit by a car. Yeah. One of those worst fears playing out kinds of dreams. My dogs live in a fenced yard that they're never loose in any way. But of course, in the dream, it was a house I've never lived in a town I've never lived in with people I've never been with. So, you know how those dreams go. Yeah. Okay. Would love an energy clearing as my bilateral SI joints are screaming the joys of inflammation. Oh, I'm sorry. Yep. Let's give you a good clearing. Oh, actually, Maureen, let's give you a Merkaba clearing. You just carry so much for everybody else. Let's really set you free. So I'm going to start at your feet, commanding a Merkaba clearing, commanding billions of many points of light to flood your system now, completely healing, clearing, and releasing any and all energetic influences that are not yours, any cords, connections, attachments, psychic attacks, psychic debris, or any other energetic influence that could be holding you back or holding you down now. Commanding these frequencies to be healed and cleared and rendered neutral and inert in all directions of time now, through every cell of your physical body, every layer of your emotional body, and every fiber of your spirit body now. All right, just watching that move through you. Good. All right. Okay. Now I'm going to go back to your feet and command a Merkaba blessing, commanding billions of many points of light to flood your system now, completely shifting your frequency to a place of peace, to a place of balance, to a place of great health, and to a place of joy. Commanding these frequencies to shift through every cell of your physical body, every layer of your emotional body, and every fiber of your spirit body now. Good. Okay. All right. So that is done, Maureen. And so I'm going to hold space for you that we see that SI joint settle down and just that whole body inflammation settle down. I feel you. I have done awesome lately, and I got up this morning and was really, really stiff and sore. I thought maybe it was that horrible windstorm and snow we had yesterday, but at any rate, not fun. Oh, Ali Shaya said her favorite is the walking meditation. See, me too. And that's why, like, a lot of the music that I put up in there would be great walking meditation stuff. Yeah. Okay. Lillian, I want to get back to your question. She said, I was diagnosed with TMJ, the ear pressure problem, and MALD debarkment syndrome this week. Yeah, I do feel like getting a diagnosis is going to make a huge difference for you. I'm going to tell you a couple of things because you know that I have a terrible jaw issue. And so I want to tell you a couple of things that work for me as well. This stuff. This is the uh this is the Kirkland brand, and I know that you love Costco as much as I do. So I would buy it here. It's arthritis pain reliever. This is the Kirkland brand of Volatrin. So Volatrin gel is an NSAID uh, gel. So it's an anti-inflammatory essentially. And when you rub it onto a specific body part, it absorbs quickly and doesn't have to go through your digestive system. And so it gives spares your stomach, but also gets to you quickly. If I were you, I would be putting Volatrin on both sides of your jaw and all the way down the sides of your neck at least twice a day for a while. This helps a lot. You'd be amazed. You will be amazed. Also around the back of your neck, because if you've got TMJ, you've got tension in your jaw, you've got inflammation in your jaw, but you probably also have it all the way through the back of your neck. So put it on good and put it on a few times. Why is this on my desk? Because I talk for a living, and so this jaw needs babysitting. But anyway, so do that. If I were you, I would do that. You can order on Amazon these great hot and cold packs for jaw that are like a little headgear thing that you wear. And it has these little hot and cold packs that you either, put in the microwave or you put in the freezer, and they slip right into those and they hold them in place on your jaw. I find those to help a lot. If you do hot and cold therapy, it's 20 minutes each and no more. Oh, Suzanne uses Volatrin too. Awesome. It's so good. So, so good. My rheumatologist turned me onto it a while back, and I can't believe I hadn't been using this in the past because, wow, it's amazing. But also for me, it doesn't interfere with the other oral anti inflammatories that I take. So it makes a nice difference. But anyway, so I would do both of those things. And then for a little while, baby the hell out of that jaw. No gum. You're done with gum forever, unless or maybe you're not a gum chewer anyway, but you are done with gum forever. You're done with hard, chewy things like taffy or other candy, stuff like that that would work your jaw really hard. But if I were you, I would do at least 2 weeks of a soft food diet, unless it was already prescribed differently to you, but really baby that jaw. And then be very careful while it's yawning. Yep, yawning. Something as innocent as yawning can really mess up your jaw when it's already messed up. So, yawn very carefully, be mindful, try not to open your mouth too wide. That can be a big problem. But yes, the answer for you though is yes. I feel like you are going to start getting better. I think you are going to start noticing a difference now that you know to take good care of your jaw and baby it. This is going to get better. Yeah. So, I know it might feel like sucky news. It's great news because that's treatable. There's things you can do about your jaw. Yep. And then, of course, whatever your doctor told you to do, obviously do. Yeah. Jessica said she also had a terrifying dream that woke her up and then started up again when she went back to sleep. Oh, those are the worst, man. Sherry wants to know, will she have a hysterectomy this year or will she balance out? Here's the dumb answer. I feel like you will balance out this year and that you are still going to be looking at a hysterectomy in a year or two. Now, obviously, do what your doctor tells you to do, not me. But that's what I'm seeing, Sherry, is that you're actually going to balance out for a while. So we'll take it, right? Yeah. Oh, Jane said, please post it on your page and make it shareable. Are you talking about the spell jar? I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that on the Katie Weaver page. Joni said, enjoyed the newsletter. I'm still open for new work. Do you get any hits on what would be good for me? Oh, Joni, let's feel into it. You have got to have a job. You are such a free bird. This is why this gets hard, right? Because it has to be creative. You have to have some creativity or some creative license with a job. But it would be amazing if you also had a job that was pretty creative with the schedule too. I don't get any hits on what specifically would be good for you, but I feel like partly I kind of wonder if you'd be better off to look for a work from home job that gave you a little bit more flexibility and just an opportunity to control the energy around you a little bit better than a traditional job. But man, I'd love to see you be able to do something that's really creative. I would love to see you do something that stretches your creativity beyond what you thought you were capable of. Not in a stressful way, but more in a growth way that you are more creative than you're giving yourself credit for. If you don't do that with your job, keep looking for creative outlets for yourself. Your spirit really needs those opportunities to create. Yeah. Well, I will hold space for you that the very best things comes through for you. But at this rate, that's kind of where I'm at is that I really wonder about a work from home job, honestly, which wouldn't be creative. You'd have to, have other creative outlets, which I suspect you already do. I hope you do. But just because the energy of the space is so volatile for you working, amongst others, you could control it yourself and, be able to work in a comfy space. That comes up for me. Okay. Well, guys, I think that's it. I think we have done it. So, I want to remind you that I am a professional psychic advisor over at 12listen.com, and you can find me over there literally every day doing readings and healings and everything in between. I want to let you know that next week I will not be here on the show. I will be over at 12listen, but I will be bombing next week, so I won't be here. And Luminous will be on break for a week, which I know is a very rare event for me, but that's what's going on. I'm giving myself 1 week off to take the pressure off so that I can focus on some other fun stuff. So, again, you can still find me on the lines most of the week. And if you need me over there and I'm not there, just send me a callback request. That lets me know that you're waiting and I'll get back to you as fast as I can. Or you can schedule a call if you'd rather, and we can work on a time for that together. But there will be no show and there will be no Luminous next week. So I wish you the happiest of leap weeks during this leap year and onto leap day. Watch over at Planet Meditation for a leap year specific meditation coming out tomorrow or Thursday, one of those days it'll be there. Kind of at Scott's mercy. I make the meditations, but he posts them. So I'm just going to have to jump on him to get it up, boy. All righty, you guys. Thanks for being here. I love and appreciate you so much. Have a wonderful, wonderful next couple of weeks. And I'll be around, of course, if you need me. And then we'll be back. So thanks so much for being here. This has been yet another production of The Katie Weaver Show here on 12 Radio, where we're changing the way you listen to the world.